my message to the fans would be to keep being patient and keep believing, because they've been through a lot, obviously, as you said, just like our team has. The emotional highs, the lows. I look at what these playoff runs do to my family. It's hard on them. It's hard on the fans. It's hard on everybody. But ultimately, when that day comes, it'll all be worth it. These moments are tough now, and it's tough to look to that. But when that moment comes, it'll be, it'll be worth the wait for sure.
Connor McDavid just shocked everyone in Edmonton. He didn't score a game-winning goal. He didn't get traded. He said just one sentence. But that sentence changed everything. Oilers fans didn't see it coming. It was quiet but powerful. And now the whole league is watching. This isn't about what McDavid did on the ice. It's about what he just said off it. This week, Connor McDavid talked to reporters about his future with the Edmonton Oilers. He said, "I'm not in any rush to make a decision on my contract beyond next season." That sentence was clear. It meant he is not signing a new deal right now. McDavid's current contract ends after the 2025-26 season. He is allowed to sign a new deal starting July 1st, 2025. But he hasn't done it yet. That surprised many people, because McDavid has played for the Oilers since 2015. He is the team captain. He is the face of the franchise. This season, McDavid scored 153 points in 82 games. That includes 64 goals. He won the Art Ross Trophy again. That means he led the NHL in scoring. He also tied for the most points in the playoffs. He got 33 points in 21 games. The Oilers made it to the Stanley Cup final, but they lost to the Florida Panthers. After the season, fans expected good news. They thought McDavid would sign a new deal right away, but that didn't happen. Instead, he said he wanted more time to think. NHL insider Ryan Rishaug said both sides understand the stakes. This is a smart pause. The Oilers are reshaping the roster. He also said McDavid is being patient and that the Oilers are still confident. McDavid's contract now is worth $100 million over 8 years. If he signs a new deal, it will be even bigger. Experts say his next contract could be more than $13 million per year, but that deal is not signed yet. While McDavid waits, the Oilers are making changes. They traded their first-round pick, Sam O'Reilly. They got Isaac Howard from the Lightning. They also signed veteran players. They are trying to win now. The Oilers' general manager, Stan Bowman, said the team is working hard. He said, "We're focused on long-term structure." That means they are building the team with McDavid in mind. But still, no deal has been made. McDavid also had a tough moment last season. In January, he got suspended for 3 games. He cross-checked another player. Even with the suspension, McDavid had one of the best seasons in the NHL. He won his 3rd straight scoring title. He also won the Maurice Richard Trophy for the first time. That means he scored the most goals in the regular season, but he still hasn't won the Stanley Cup. The Oilers haven't won since 1990. That is now 35 years without a title. In this year's final, they lost in 6 games to the Panthers. Canada still hasn't had a team win the Cup since 1993. McDavid played hard. He played 21 playoff games in just 60 days. That's a lot. The team had one of the shortest breaks between series. McDavid said the playoff run was tough, but he felt good. He didn't complain. Now fans are watching every move. Some are nervous, others are hopeful. A video of a young Canucks fan asking McDavid to come to Vancouver went viral. It had over 50,000 likes. People online started talking about trade rumors. McDavid hasn't answered those rumors, but his wife, Lauren Kyle, made a post that got people talking. She showed support for Connor Brown, a teammate who just left the team. Some fans think this means McDavid might be thinking about his own future too. The Oilers haven't said much about the delay. They are still in talks with McDavid's team. They say they are not worried, but fans are asking questions. If McDavid doesn't sign, he will become a free agent in 2026. That means any team can offer him a contract. The Oilers can still sign him before then, but they have to agree on money, years, and team direction. McDavid hasn't given a date for when he will decide. He said, "There's no pressure." But many in Edmonton feel pressure because McDavid is one of the best players in the world. He has scored more than 900 points in his career. He has played in more than 650 games. He has won 5 Art Ross trophies. He has also won 3 Ted Lindsay Awards. That award is voted on by the players. This season was his closest yet to winning the Cup. That makes the delay even more surprising. Most stars sign extensions as soon as they can. McDavid didn't. Now, every day without a contract is being watched. Reporters ask questions, fans make posts, and other teams are watching too. If McDavid does leave, it would be one of the biggest stories in hockey history. But if he stays, the Oilers will need to win soon. For now, the biggest name in hockey is staying quiet. His one sentence changed everything. It dropped like a bomb on Oilers fans, and nobody saw it coming.
As you said, yeah, it's only been a couple days since the season ended. Take some time to regroup. Talk to my agent a little bit and family and all that, and make some decisions whenever that time comes. But there's no rush.
Connor McDavid told reporters he wasn't in a rush to talk contracts. Now, weeks later, there's been nothing. With the team in offseason limbo and big names signing elsewhere, McDavid's silence now speaks louder than ever. The Oilers are waiting. The fans are waiting. But the captain still isn't saying anything. McDavid's silence is now a problem. And this silence could change everything for the Edmonton Oilers. Connor McDavid is the captain of the Edmonton Oilers. He is one of the best hockey players in the world. McDavid has played his whole NHL career in Edmonton since the team picked him first in the 2015 NHL Draft. His current contract is an 8-year deal worth $100 million. That deal ends in July 2026. Right now, McDavid still has 1 year left on that contract. He will be allowed to sign a new deal starting on July 1st, 2025. If he does not sign, he becomes a free agent in 2026. That means any team in the league could offer him a deal. But so far, McDavid has not said if he will stay or leave. After the Oilers lost in the 2025 Stanley Cup Final to the Florida Panthers, reporters asked McDavid about his future. He answered, "It's only been a couple days since the season ended. I'm going to take some time to regroup, but there's no rush on anything like that." He also said, "If I feel there's a good window to win here over and over again, then signing is no problem." That was the last time he spoke about it. McDavid's numbers this season were very strong. He had 74 assists in the regular season. He scored 33 points in 22 playoff games. He had 7 goals and 26 assists. His teammate Leon Draisaitl had the same playoff point total, but McDavid still hasn't said what he will do about his contract. The fans don't know. The team doesn't know. Other NHL teams are now watching closely. Stan Bowman is the general manager of the Oilers. He said, "He's the best player in the league, most important player in the league. He's our captain. He's our leader." Bowman said the team's #1 priority is to keep McDavid. He also said the contract talks will happen when McDavid is ready. But NHL free agency is already moving fast. Teams are signing players. The Oilers have to make choices about who to keep, who to sign, and how to build next season's team. But without knowing what McDavid wants, the team can't plan fully. That has caused a problem. If McDavid leaves, it could be a very big problem. The Oilers have made the playoffs 6 years in a row. They made the Stanley Cup Final 2 years in a row, but they lost both times. Some sports writers are saying McDavid might not want to wait much longer. If he doesn't think the team can win soon, he could decide to go somewhere else. Leon Draisaitl, McDavid's teammate and top scorer, signed a new deal last year. That deal is for 8 years and $112 million. If McDavid stays, he will likely make even more. Some reports say McDavid could become the highest paid player in the league. But that would mean the team has less money to spend on other players. If McDavid stays quiet much longer, the Oilers could be forced to trade him. They won't want to lose him in free agency for nothing. That's why some experts are saying the team needs to know soon. One article said McDavid's silence is wrecking the Oilers' free agency plans. Jeff Jackson is the CEO of the Oilers. He also used to be McDavid's agent. He said the next season will help decide everything. The team will wait, but not forever. Other teams, like the Toronto Maple Leafs and Florida Panthers, are already being mentioned as possible new homes for McDavid. Right now, every NHL team is watching. If McDavid doesn't say anything by the start of the season, the rumors will grow. Teams will begin making offers. Fans will keep asking questions. Even McDavid's teammates might start to worry. The Oilers had a record of 48 wins, 29 losses, and 5 overtime losses this past season. That was good enough to make the playoffs. They went all the way to the finals, but lost to the Panthers in 6 games. McDavid led the team in assists and was one of the top playoff performers in the entire league. But now all of that is in the past. The team needs to know what comes next. Free agents are being signed by other teams. The Oilers can't wait forever. And yet, McDavid says nothing. The pressure is building.
You know, I know people are going to look at that July 1 day and be looking to see if there's anything done. But for me, I'm just not in a rush that way.
Something big is coming to hockey, and it's not just about one team. On July 1st, Connor McDavid will make a move no one saw coming. That move could change how the best players in the league get paid. It will break a rule that stars have followed for years. What happens next may change the NHL forever.
You know, winning would be it's the most important thing. If I feel that there's a good window to win here over and over again, then signing is no problem.
Connor McDavid is one of the best hockey players in the world. He plays for the Edmonton Oilers. He has scored more than 100 points in many seasons. He has won the MVP award 3 times. He led the Oilers to the Stanley Cup final 2 years in a row. But on July 1st, the big story won't be about goals or assists. It will be about money, contracts, and something much bigger. McDavid signed his last contract in 2017. It was an 8-year deal worth $100 million. That means he has been making $12.5 million every year. This deal ends in 2026. But NHL rules say a player can start talking about a new contract 2 years before the old one ends. So on July 1st, 2025, McDavid will be allowed to sign a new deal. Most top players sign the longest deal possible. That's usually 8 years. It gives them more safety and helps the team plan for a long time. But this time, McDavid is expected to do something very different. Reporters say that McDavid might not want a long contract. Instead, he could ask for a shorter one, maybe just 4 years. Some people even say he could sign for only 2 or 3 years. This is something very few superstars have done. Why would McDavid want a short deal? The answer is the salary cap. The salary cap is the most money a team can spend on its players. This year, the cap is $88 million. Next year, it will go up to $97 million. In a few years, it might go even higher. If McDavid signs a short contract now, he can sign another one later when the cap is much bigger. That means he could make even more money. Other players have done this. Austin Matthews signed a 5-year deal in 2019. In 2023, he signed a 4-year deal. Leon Draisaitl just signed an 8-year deal for $112 million. But McDavid might want something shorter than all of them. Connor McDavid hasn't said much about his plans, but he did say this to NHL.com after the season. "I'm not in a rush to make any decision." He also said, "I need to do what's best for me and my family." These are clues that he is thinking very carefully. The Edmonton Oilers also know what's happening. Their new general manager, Stan Bowman, says he wants to keep McDavid. But McDavid said something important. He said, "If I feel that there's a good window to win here over and over again, then signing is no problem." That means he wants to be sure the team can keep winning. If McDavid signs a short deal, he will be a free agent again in 2029 or 2030. That means other teams will have a chance to try and sign him. Teams like the Maple Leafs, Panthers, Kings, and Flyers might all be watching. If McDavid becomes a free agent, they might try to get him. Experts are saying this could change how NHL contracts work. Sports writer Pierre LeBrun said, "There's a good chance McDavid will sign a shorter deal instead of an 8-year max one." ESPN's Greg Wyshynski said, "It's not just about money, it's about power and timing." Connor McDavid had another amazing season. In 2024 to 2025, he scored 100 points in 67 games. In the playoffs, he scored 33 points in 22 games. That was the most in the league. He was named playoff MVP, even though the Oilers lost in the finals. Because of his great numbers, McDavid is more valuable than ever. If he signs a short deal, he can sign again in a few years for a lot more money. Some people believe he could make over $18 million per year in his next deal. That would be the highest ever in NHL history. This kind of deal gives the player more power. Usually teams like long contracts, but short deals let players choose more often. They can pick better teams or wait for the salary cap to go up. That's why this is such a big deal. Right now, McDavid has a $12.5 million cap hit. If he signs again soon, that number could go way up. If he waits, it might go even higher. And that's why this decision is so important. It affects not just him, but the whole NHL. Some reporters say McDavid may take a deal with only 2 or 3 years. That would give him the chance to test the market again very soon. And if he wins a Stanley Cup in that time, he could leave Edmonton as a free agent and pick any team he wants. Connor McDavid's next contract could change everything. It might change how young players sign their first big deals. It might change how teams plan their future. And it might change how much money top stars can make. This is why so many people are watching July 1st. That's the day McDavid is allowed to start contract talks. If he signs a short deal, other players may copy him. That could mean big changes in the NHL's old contract system. And if McDavid does leave Edmonton in a few years, it could be one of the biggest moves in NHL history. Teams will spend a lot of money to get a player like him. But right now, the Oilers still have a chance to keep him. Whether he signs for 2 years, 4 years, or 8 years, McDavid is changing the game, not just on the ice, but at the contract table. He didn't need to say a lot. Just by thinking about a short deal, he has already made waves across the NHL. On July 1st, the hockey world will be watching because what Connor McDavid chooses to do next might change everything.